And Matumi.
No!
When I grow up, I want to be a Matumi.
Hello and welcome to President's Quarters. I hope you are well, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, like and share with your friends, because President's Quarters, that is where the home of tool ills and where student empowerment is. Today I just want to share something fundamentally important that also sometimes we tend to take lightly and ignore. Where is the best place to study? Well, for me, I think especially if you're studying in a public space like a library and a space like that, there are people that like to study in a public space, right? And the idea is in that public space, seeing other people work hard or studying, give them the oomph to also study. And I fundamentally agree that is quite useful because it gives you the energy to actually study. I'm a huge fan of studying where you are most productive and not where you are necessarily comfortable, because where you are comfortable you even minimize your capacity to grow and become more effective. But if you study where you're productive, that is where you become effective and cover a lot of work. Here's a big advice. I always advise that study where it's not people who are doing your course. So in any space that you study at, I think it's best if, like, for example, if you're doing accounting, go to a space where it can be engineering type of students. It must not be a lot of people that especially go into the same class as you. So you can study where you know, maybe it's where people that are a lower year than you or higher year than you are studying, or in a corner where it's not a lot of people that are in the same class the same year as you doing the same course. So study where it's people who are doing a different course than you. Why? It's because I found that if you study at that space where maybe it's your classmates or people doing the same course as you, it can cause a lot of panic, especially closer to exams and tests. Because you find, for example, those people are at chapter 10 when I'm still at chapter 3. Seeing that or experiencing that can cause a lot of anxiety. So what helped me in varsity, a big thing that helped me, it is studying in a space that is quite neutral, low pressure. It helped me to focus on my own struggle. Because the minute you see other people ahead can cause a lot of panic. Yes, if they're behind, you can get that ego boost. But I think a neutral, clean space always does best. In a study space, must always be clean and be neat. It helps you focus, because having a dirty full table can be problematic. Well, that is my key tip for today. It is study where it is not people that are doing your course, because if it is people doing your course, can cause a lot of anxiety, especially if you're very behind. Study where it's neutral space, people doing a different course than you. If you're doing engineering, sometimes it may help that you study with people who are doing maybe medicine. And of course, always consult with relevant people when you're stuck with something. If you feel like where you're studying, where maybe you're studying in library where it's only people doing your course, it's not working anymore and it is not effective anymore, I advise that you go into a space where it is a bit neutral and just people who may not be doing the same course as you're doing. It always helps, and I've become more effective when I go into such a space and work much better. And also watch a video I did about changing study spaces, because if you're always studying at the same place, you start becoming comfortable and no longer as effective. So if you move places, you can study where maybe it's people doing your course and move into a different space where it's people doing opposite of what you're doing, and so on and so forth. And that helps with the productivity levels. I hope you find value in this video. Otherwise, friends, thank you very much for watching and tuning in. Please do subscribe, like and share. Let us grow President's Quarters and let us reach new heights and impact more students. Sharp, sharp.